All right. Welcome, Tier 3, Round 2 of the Tier 3 Championship for ISRL Esports. I'm ISRL Knight. I'm alone in the commentator's box today. Unfortunately, my wonderful co-commentator Carter could not make it, but that's all right. We're going to entertain you nonetheless. We are live here at the Hungarian. It's 14-turn track, quite an intense racetrack. We're sitting here. We got almost a full grid today. Only one reserve driver being fluffing out a Y-tube in the McLaren, filling in for ISRL Gernman. Things to know about this track: a couple of difficult turns, a couple of long straights. It's a track that really tests the balance of the car and tests the skill of the driver. There's a lot of off-camber corners. Corners that you go into blindly, corners that you don't really expect to be carrying as much speed as you should through them. So it's quite the tough track. It's something that you're going to have to keep an eye on, see how the drivers do. I'm just going to adjust my sound settings very quickly because you guys are going to be getting way too much party audio. There you go. Should be hearing the cars a little bit more now. So a couple of drivers on their out laps right here as I'm just taking a second to share the stream, so forgive me if you hear some keyboard clacking in the background. I just got to make sure that it's out on Facebook and that we can get some people in here. Hungary is dynamic. 4 races per season on dynamic. So we're just answering a couple questions from some drivers. Now, we had a very, very interesting Tier 2 race here yesterday. It's one of our few weekends where all three tiers race at the same track, same weekend. We also have, I believe, well, technically Canada was one of them too, but that was not on the same weekend. But Hungary, we have all 3 tiers here at the same time, so we're going to be able to get some nice comparisons between tiers based on driver pace and whatnot. I did forget, however, to put the little track map, which is brand new, so we can have, actually, I did not know this, we can have mini map or full track map. We're looking now, first couple of drivers are out on their first flying lap. We're going to stand here with Killing for Cash in the Red Bull as he starts his first couple of laps going in through turn 3, I believe that is. Actually, that is technically turn 2. Some tracks, you know, they count that little kink that you have as a turn. Some don't. It does bring some confusion sometimes, but forgive me for a second. I'm just going to fall quiet as I need to share the stream. Welcome, Tier 3. Okay, and so that's shared, posted. It's now out to the world. I will be able to focus on the commentating very quickly, as I just need to share this post really quickly. There you go, perfect. So, welcome to our stream. Let's see, what did I miss so far? We have a top first pole position lap time of 1:18.2 from Iko Vacek, who's actually sideways right now, right before turn 4, he's going to want to get out of there because he is right on the apex. Luckily for him, there's no one anywhere close to him on track. Now, in time trials, you're looking at around a 114 for the top 1,000 times in the world. Most drivers are going to be pulling in roughly a 115. Obviously, that's on time trial, so settings do work a little bit differently than in quali mode. But you're going to be probably looking at around a 117, maybe a 116 as the track continues to evolve and gets a little bit grippier as the session goes along. Right now, Jer actually sets the fastest lap time at a 1:18.1. We're going to hop on board right now with Fallen Monkeys, who looks to be on a flyer. He is going quite quick. Yes, he is. Actually, he's on too, so I think he just finished his flying lap. Let's hop over to A Sharp. He's definitely attacking right now. Popped it down to 2 for that shorter corner, which is not a bad idea. It's going to reduce your wheel spin coming out the exit. Pop it into 4. I would probably put it in hot lap there because overtake mode is not as, I would say, beneficial if you're below gear 6. Gets a little bit of grass there on the entrance, but he does set a fastest sector 2, so clearly overtake might actually have something going for him. His worry now is probably going to be if he runs out of ERS before the start finish line, because it's not right at the start. You still have a little bit of ways to go on the straightaway before you get to it. It's about at the quarter mark. He's going to be coming around the final turn now. Let's see what he gets. He's going to get a 119. Oh, that puts him into 4th place on the soft tires. Let's see if anyone has set their lap times or is actually qualifying on... Oh, that's not what I want. I want detail. Fitted. There you go. Best. So far, best lap times. Jer is on the hard tire, so he definitely has the pace to contend. I think this is probably more of a question of the some drivers maybe making some mistakes, as JR Mario, where is he? He's in the Red Bull. We're going to see what happened to him. Probably had a little bit of a spin. We're going to ride on board with the Renaults here if we can spot that Red Bull. Had a bit of a spin there coming out of turn 5. I wouldn't be surprised if he clipped that curb. Infamous sausage curb on the inside of turn 5. Big white curb. And if you get your tire on it about right here in the corner, 3/4 through, yeah, there you go. That's probably what happened. Got it right into the wall. Very easy to get loose. Very easy to spin the car. If you spin the car, you tend to be a bit luckier, especially because this game does not have any rear wing or rear axle damage. And you tend to be able to just kind of slide into the wall. But it's very easy to cook the tires. In yesterday's Tier 2 race, we had LAS Chris Can, I believe, who was leading the race, and he kipped that curb, spun his car around, and then he cooked his tires trying to get back on track, and he spun about 3 more times that lap and completely threw his race away. And he had a big lead too, so very, very, very easy to completely sabotage your own qualifying session or race with that curb, as Fluffinetta Y-Tube so poetically described it. It's like ice, yo. And he's not wrong. You clip that curb and you are done for. Let's ride on board with A Sharp here as he's attacking the Hungaroring once again in the Mercedes. He was in a different car last week. You may notice he's in a Mercedes this week. We had a slight driver mix-up where he was promised a Tier 1 seat. Definitely has pace. He was promised a Tier 1 seat. Got promoted to Tier 1, and then we realized that that seat had already been promised to another driver, so he took his spot back in Tier 3. He obviously has the pace to join Tier 2, but our Tier 2 is on a different day and does not work with his schedule, unfortunately. But here he is in Tier 3, looking to be right at the top of the standings. And as actually he goes wide there right before the penultimate corner. That's going to cost him. I'm surprised he has not given up. Yeah, he has given up on that lap now. Probably got a little bit of wheel spin, got loose coming off the exit of that corner, and just threw away what looked to be a very good lap. Let's ride on board with the McLaren of Fluffinetta. He's coming around the last corner. Look at that rear end stepping out just a little bit there. He's still pushing through though. He's going to go wide on the exit, and yeah, he's going to have to bail out of that lap. Would not surprise me if it got disqualified. Make sure he's going to have to move out of the way of that upcoming Renault. And so far, interesting qualifying session. A couple of guys in the 118s. Very surprising that 2 of them are there on the hard tires. But that's the thing with a online racing series such as this one. You will have quite a bit of skill variation. As long as there's multiple drivers who can compete with each other, it's always going to give us some good races. Jer definitely has a lot of pace. UK Coxey, that's actually his first race for us in WSR, as the deck goes fastest on the soft tires. 117.2, almost a full second clear of Jer, but those soft tires will fall off the cliff a lot quicker than the hard tires. We're going to have to wait and see how long they take to wear out during the race. Obviously, assuming that he has done his 3 laps, his out lap, his qualifying lap, and his in lap on these tires here, I would predict, at least from my practice sessions on this track, that they're going to fall off around lap 8 or 9. Whereas the hards, you can easily go 20 laps on it on basically every track. So you have to wait, see how the different strategies match up. If you use the softs, though, you're almost guaranteed to at least have a 2-stopper, because I don't think the hards can last long enough, or at least not with enough pace to do just a 1-stop soft to hards. But provided maybe there's a safety car, which is likely on this track. We did have one in our Tier 2 race. You might actually be able to stretch those hard tires out, let them cool down a little bit, and not wear them out as much in that middle stint, and make it to the end on a 1-stop. So that's going to be interesting. Let's ride on board with Fallen Monkeys now. He's back attacking the Hungarian. I think he's actually on an in-lap. Yes, he is. Who's on an out-lap right now? Let's cycle through our drivers right here. Yeah, looks like Fluffinatta attacking it yet again in the McLaren. Put on his other set of mediums. As you can see, 0 laps on those guys. Actually, no, they're 3-lap olds. So he just went right back out there on his medium set of tires. Industry, you only get 1 in qualifying. Gets a little bit of that inside there, disqualifies his lap. Very unfortunate for him. The thing is, too, with that corner is that if you go wide on it, you're not going to disqualify your lap. But he just cut right on the inside, and just like that, that's another lap wasted. So no luck for him. He's in 8th, so he's still decent. Not sure what tire he set that lap on, probably the mediums, but now he just had another try on that same tire, and it's gone to nothing. So he basically just lost 2 or 3 lap races on that medium tire. Sorry, not lap races, race laps on that medium tire, and he's gonna have to pit that much sooner. So not sure that was the best call. You've already set a lap time on that tire. Maybe you can bring it forward a bit, yeah, but then you're gonna end up with a more worn tire and kind of a slightly worse pit strategy, because that medium tire probably isn't going to last much longer than a brand new soft tire at this point. So interesting decision there from Fluffinatta Waitu. Not sure I completely understand. We do have a yellow flag in Sector 1. Just looks like some cars going slow to let others on their flying lap by. Let's ride on board with George. It's actually, he's coming to the pits. And so is Jesse and Bandit. So no one attacking their flying lap just yet. Looks like Spoon is on his out lap. He's about to start his flying lap in the Renault here. He's at a 1:19.308. Going to be very interesting to see what he can do. He does have pace in that Renault. He's going to close that DRS flap there at the end with it, rocking the Daniel Ricciardo helmet. The nice and vibrant pink and blue. Send it. Yes, that's it. He's going to send it around turn 2. And a good line so far. Gets a little bit of the grass there, but that doesn't matter because you're a little bit off camber, so that front right wheel isn't actually touching that grass too much. Good speed through there. You're going to want to stay away from that curb. Calls it just close enough, and he's going to be going through that chicane. This is where you lose a lot of time because it looks like he rode it just well. You do want on this game, now obviously you don't want this in real life, but you do want in this game to hop that curb just a little bit because you don't end up losing too much time, and you actually get a little bit of a better speed and exit through the next set of corners. So it's not a bad idea to just ride that curb hard and kind of go a little bit straighter through that chicane, but you do have to be careful because it's quite easy to cut it just a little bit too close, and then you disqualify your lap. So he's coming around the last corner now. We're going to see what kind of lap time he's set. I'm going to predict that he's going to improve a little bit, but it's going to be tricky. Yes, there you go. 1:18.7 goes up to 6th. But look at that time. That's going to be his last lap time in qualifying, as the rest of the cars are actually quite a bit of guys leaving the pits right now. You need about a minute to, say about minute 30, a minute 40 to get out of the pit and get a lap in on this track. So no lap times for Spoon. A lot of these guys who are still in the pits may still have another chance if they get out of the pits right now. But looking like a lot of the guys in the pits right now are happy to be there. We see the deck, Tomin, Ikovacic, who's, I'm not sure I'm saying that right, but I'll just call him Ikova for the rest of this race. Fallen Monkeys sets the fastest first sector there in the Alfa Romeo. He's attacking the track very well so far, catching up to those guys ahead of him. It's going to be very tricky to get past them. Hopefully they don't get in his way and ruin his lap. You can see them recharging their batteries. Come on, get out of the way. Just pull over. There you go. Good move by the Force India there. Force India Racing Point. I should call them Aston Martin soon. And there you go. There goes Fallen Monkeys in the 95 Alfa Romeo. One of our Tier 2 drivers who unfortunately could not race Tier 2 anymore due to a job schedule change. And so he works on Saturdays now. So he transferred over to our Tier 3 league. Definitely should have pace to compete. And we're going to see where he comes out. Does not improve his lap time. So I'm not sure if it's because he got in the way. Maybe that McLaren in front of him got in his way. He is on a flying lap, so he is entitled to that piece of track. Close call there. It looks like Justine Bandit might have bailed out of that lap, slowed down very early. Fallen Monkeys just went right into the back of him. Unfortunate, but it does happen. Sometimes the game does give you grid penalties for that, so you're going to want to be careful. Let's ride on board with, he's not going to make it on time. There's no way. He's got 7 seconds to get about halfway through the track. And Tomin's out in 4th. Fluffinata goes 3rd fastest in the McLaren. Very good lap for him. He's getting really close to the top 2. Unfortunately, not going to get another chance unless he pulls and gets another one out of his hat. But that's a bad idea on those soft tires. You don't want to push him 2 laps in a row. Look at that gap between the top 3. Only 0.2. 17.1, 17.2, and 17.3. And almost a flat 0.2 differential between the top 3. And Sharp actually, sorry, not Sharp, I think it's Jer. There you go, Jer slides in right behind the deck. Only 2 1,000ths of a difference between the 2 cars. Very close lap, very good lap from Jer. He's going to retire from the session as the session is over anyways. Who's on a flying lap right now? So, he's not going to make it. Session's over. Oh, maybe he did make it. There's no flag there for Ikova. That's odd. Terminal Deity, there you go. I think that's pretty much how qualifying is going to turn out for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We got a Mercedes and Toro Rosso on the front row. We have a Racing Point McLaren 2nd row, and then Williams Haas on the 3rd row. Very close qualifying, as you can see. A lot of guys getting in the lower half of the 17s. I'll count Tomin in there. He's quite close to the 500th mark, and then almost the entire top 10, actually. Entire top 9 within a second of each other. It's going to lead out to a very close, very interesting race. Safety cars are likely here at the Hungaroring, as is rain. We do have dynamic weather for the first time in Tier 3. In this game, as you know, the rain does come quite often, and so we do have clear weather set for most of the races, but every now and then we're going to have to shake it up, throw dynamic weather in the mix. 4 races this season, might bump that number up to 6 next season if we deem that it has not rained enough. What we don't want is rain every race, which we did have in the earlier patch versions of this game. Not sure if they touched it in later patch versions, but just to avoid that headache, we have switched it on to clear for most of the races. Not today, though. I have not seen the race report, the weather report, but it's going to be very interesting to see who can prevail. If there's rain, if there's a time difference, anything else. Sorry, not a time difference, a weather change, a safety car even. It's going to be a very interesting race ahead of us. Tier 2 was very exciting yesterday. Take a look at our qualifying grid. Very spread out. We don't see too many teammates qualifying near each other. Probably the Renaults are the closest to. So we do have quite a bit of a spread out grid. It's going to be very tough to call in team orders, team strategy, as these drivers don't have any friendly faces near them on the grid. Gonna get ready for the grid now in Hungary. As did notice a little comment on our stream. Let's see what it says. Is it yelling at me for my? Oh, it's Vito. Good luck, everyone. Thank you, Vito. Thank you for stopping by. Tier 3. This is the second round of 13. It does say 15 in the stream title. I do notice now, but no, it is indeed 13. Let me go edit that really quickly. How do I do that? Round 2 out of 13. Drivers are about to start their formation lap now. Keys to this race, definitely keys to this race is staying clean, making sure that you do not take any contact with anyone. What's going on there? Weird, bit of a weird glitch there. Not all the cars have loaded in. I'll trust that that's the game and not hopefully not connection issues. Actually, Gernman managed to get in on time, so he's going to start from the very back of the grid in that Williams, because the McLaren got taken as he was not able to join in on time. We did get a reserve driver in for him. It looks like it was not needed, as he did get in on time. He's not going to be in his car, but obviously he's going to keep his points as though he was in his car. Drivers warming up their tires now on the first technical lap of the race, the formation lap. Goal of this lap is basically just to get the engine up to temperature. In real life, it's also to make sure all the bits and pieces work. In a video game like this, not necessary. But you do want to get your tires up to temperature. A-Sharp, he's just gunning it right ahead of everyone. He's not getting a lot of temperature in those tires. That might actually hurt him in the race at the start, because he's just there and he's just going around, no weaving, no building up temperature, no warming up the brakes. He's probably going to be on cold tires, and while racing hard like that does get your tire temperatures up, not when they're that cold. You do want to get some weaving going. That's why you see all the drivers doing S's the start of formation laps usually, as the grid's going to line up now, and we're going to get ready for the 5 lights. Interesting strategy, very interesting strategy from A-Sharp. Not sure how that's going to pay off. If we see him struggling off the start, we're going to know why, because I'm not sure what he was thinking there. So we get ready for the 5 lights, and 3, 4, 5 red lights. And in Hungary, we're going to get our usual game lag. At this point, it's more of an expectation, and they're off. And let's get a better camera angle on this battle for the front. There you go. Yeah, the deck gets a much better start than A-Sharp. He's already ahead of him going to turn 1. Big movement in the back. We see one of the Ferraris actually plowing right into the back of the car in front of him. Big big damage. Only I would say the top 8 got away cleanly there. As wow, not sure what happened there. A lot of guys tumbling down the order. Yeah, one of those Ferraris just completely misjudged. I believe it was RCR Steven. He's a lot of damage on his front wing. Demolished the rear diffuser of whoever was in front of him and just completely messed it up for everyone. We do have a safety car right away after that incident. That was something else. We just saw him in the back of our screen there as the cars were attacking turn 1, missed his braking point and could not slow down in time. We do have a car that's stopped on track back here. That is the safety car, actually. I don't know why I'm scrolling through. Wow, let's see who's damaged here. We do have, looks like the top 6, top 7 got away cleanly. Killing for Cash does have a little bit of damage in his front wing. Not sure where that came from, but that doesn't look like it's going to affect him too much. Fallen Monkey's got away a little bit clean, a little bit of damage there. The Renault's looking good. Gernman, look at that, went from 19th, managed to stay clean through the first corner. He's already up into 10th, so excellent for him. This is where you see all the drivers who start out in soft actually gain a bit of an advantage because their tires are a lot easier to keep under control and keep warm than the other ones. As we let's see, where is this? A bad camera angle for seeing damage. Catastrophic diving into the pits. Looks like Muddock got away fine. We do have a lot of cars. Ikovacic driving to the pits. He has a lot of damage. You can see him understeering right into that pit entry. Jamer Mario as well. Terminal Deity, look at that, all these cars, and then our culprit here, RCR Steven. Stewards are definitely going to have to take a look at that, because look at how many cars diving into the pits. Fallen Monkeys actually took a good decision probably to dive into that pit, because he took a bit of damage from an unrelated incident. Gernman did as well. That's odd, because he did not look like he had sustained any damage, but he might just be switching for hards so that he can push right up until the end of this race and not have to pit again. So maybe more of a strategic decision for Gernman. Same for Fallen Monkeys. Probably just lining themselves up strategy-wise for the end of this race. Because of this, though, we do have kind of a mix-up in the order. We do have Fluffinetta, White Tube all the way up into 3rd. Jer, Damsey, Tommen, Killing for Cash, Spoon, Jord, and Muddock round out our top 10 as UK Coxie, who's the Ferrari that I think managed to stay out of trouble at the first corner. Just looking on the outside, looking into the points. Jesse and Bandit are one casualty. Not really sure what happened there. He's been getting very unlucky, though. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure if he's quitting because of frustration or if he's actually DNFing due to damage. We haven't seen his incidents on camera, unfortunately. And he's actually just messaged me right now in DMs here. Yeah, so safety car here. I think we're going to waste another lap under here. Flipping out of pits. That's a bad strategy call for him. Not sure what's going on there. Took the softs off. Probably a good idea to get those softs off, but if I was him, I would have pit on the first lap with a safety car, because look at that. Now you lose, all the cars are bunched up. You look at how much track position you lose. You went from 3rd to 17th, and a lot of the guys ahead of him aren't going to have to pit until either at the same time as him or after him. So not sure. Maybe he took a little bit of damage under safety car. Our camera was not on him. But definitely unfortunate for him if that's the case. Jared took a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags, and then I saw him swap spots with the deck. So probably got ahead of the deck at some point, and then did not give the place back. And we will take care of it. Yes, we will. So if all the drivers who are tuning in, if you're racing another tier, if you do get an incident like this in the first lap or any point in the race, and you just get video of it and send it to the stewards, and the stewards will look into it. That's what they're for. And if you keep getting taken out by the same guy, or something happens, you just keep getting unlucky, then obviously Gernman gets a penalty for severe collision with Fallen Monkeys. This safety car is causing all kinds of chaos. Look at that Gernman with a broken wing. Not sure what happened there, but just to see, look at all these guys. They're all bunched up. There's no room ahead of them. and they're banging into each other. They're getting damage, and I'm not sure what they're thinking here because. You know, you got to give a little bit of room. You should pack up just now, just like that. Safety car's in the slap. So now they're going to bunch up. That's fine. But when you're warming up your tires and when you're just getting the hang of it behind the safety car, there's no reason to be on the diffuser of the guy ahead of you, because that just means if he brakes unexpectedly because the guy ahead of him brakes unexpectedly or he made a mistake or something, then you're out of luck as safety car gets out of the way. 3 wide going into turn 1 here for Spoon. Jordan killing for cash. Looks like Spoon's going to get the upper hand here, but Jordan killing for cash. Go wide. Oh, and I think they touched because there goes the Red Bull all around in the grass. Very unlucky for him. Jordan got a little bit loose there, we saw, but looks like he was able to gain control of that. Not sure if there's any damage for killing for cash in the Red Bull. Doesn't look like it for now, as Jer's right on the rear diffuser of the deck. He's sandwiched between the Toro Rossos right now. Gets a little bit loose on the entry. That could have been bad if he came back on that curb, but looks like he got away okay. The 2 Toro Rossos looks like they're on the soft tires with Jer on the medium tires, so they're going to have the outright pace advantage, but looks like Jared definitely has the outright skill advantage right now, as he's all over the bumper of the deck 91 going into, I believe this is turn 11 or the turn 11, the outright flat out, right-hander that you take in gear 6. Such a fun corner to take. And we see Fluffinetta taking a spot away from RCR Steven somewhere in the back there. Let's stay on board, though, with the Jer as he hunts down the Toro Rosso of the deck. We're going to wait and see if Damsey, not with that exit, he's definitely not going to. I was going to say, see if Damsey can catch up to his teammate and help him out a little bit in this battle, as he's under attack, but looks like Damsey is just going to sit there, try to conserve his tires and keep his pace up in the long run. There's no point in attacking if you know you're not going to pass him. So going into turn 2, turn 3 here, looks like the deck actually got a little bit closer to A sharp, and it's going to be very interesting to see. Let's get the telemetry up. Let's see how their battery is looking. So he's pushing hard. Look at that, already 25% a lap after the safety car came in. A sharp definitely conserving his battery a little bit more, and Jer is same. So the deck's going to be at a disadvantage soon if he does not regenerate his battery power. And Damsey falling off very quickly here. It's going to be interesting to see if Tommen can get by him right now. He's getting a lot closer, right up in that dirty air. Is the Jer going to make a move after this corner? He's getting a lot of grass here. Yeah, that's not going to help you win any positions here, as you lose a lot of speed scrubbing off that grass like that. But it looks like he got a better exit coming out of the turn 12. They're going around turn 13 right now. The Jer's going to line up and set himself up for a better exit. Look at that. Yeah, he's going to go wide, cut into the inside, going to pop it into overtake or something similar on this straightaway. It looks like that's going to be easy pickings for the Jer. He's on overtake mode, and look at the deck. 6% battery, nothing to defend with. But interestingly enough, there's a bit of lag going on. Yes, there he goes. He goes down the inside, going to come right around, push the deck wide, and that's easy pickings for Jer 03, who's going to now go on the hunt of A sharp, who's comfortably cruising in front, building himself up a lead. And Tommen goes by Damsey. They're going to go side by side through turn 3, and Damsey stays ahead, but just ahead, as Tommen is attacking quite well. Looks like Damsey is doing a good job at conserving his ERS. So no problems there. Oh, look at that Tommen. I was talking about that curve. Did a very good job saving it there, but you can see how that back end just started to drift ever so slightly, and just like that, he's sitting in 10th. So very unfortunate for him. Very unlucky. Let's write what's going on over here? Very slow cars. Virtual safety car. I'm not sure what that was for. Was there an accident in the back somewhere, or did they just call the virtual safety car because Tommen got loose? I'm not sure. Either way, no, I don't see. Oh, maybe killing for cash probably got loose again. He's going very slow, but it is under virtual safety car, so I can't expect him to go too quick. And yeah, look at that virtual safety car over. Cars go right back at it. We're going to go right on board with the deck, who looks like he was able to close that gap just a little bit to the Jer. He's going to see if he's going to do a move. He's going to think better of it. Smart decision there. There's my water bottle. And let's ride on board with, as Tommen pissed, he probably cooked his tires a little bit there. Let's ride on board with... Who's let's ride there you go. Fallen Monkeys, he's on the hunt for George JT. We're gonna ride on board with him for about a minute or two as I fill up my water bottle. I'll let you listen to the sights and sounds of F1 2019. Oh, the chair had some mistakes there. Look, he cooks his tires on the way. Oh, don't come in, don't come in. You gotta wait, just wait a little bit. Oh, he left the session. Probably not happy with himself there. Not sure what happened. I did see him get the yellow flag out. He shouldn't have left the session, however, before retiring. So that now we got a ghost in the middle of the track. Not sure if him and the deck got together. We were riding on board with Fallen Monkeys and Daity. As actually, look at that big battle going on for 4th place here. Three-way fight between Damsey, Spoon, and UK Coxie. It looks like Spoon probably got stuck behind Damsey, and that let UK Coxie catch right up to him as they're going to go side by side into turn 2. We're going to see who's going to come out on top as UK Coxie is going to get a better line and easy pickings for him. Spoon, though, did put up a good fight there. Unfortunate for him to lose that position. Ooh, let's see, Terminal Daity right on the back of Fallen Monkeys yet again. Very interesting battle between these two going on. They've kept it clean so far as Terminal Daity, he's on the faster tire. He's gonna have to wait and pick his moment very well. This track's notoriously hard to overtake on. One of the gripes that many of the Formula One fans have with it in real life is that you only have about 2 to 3 good overtaking spots, and one of them you got to get your move done before. I'm talking about turn 4 here. You got to get your move done before you get to the turn, or else it's going to send both of you off. UK Coxie gets by Damsey quite easily here, and it's like Damsey's going to attack Spoon, or he's under attack from Spoon rather. Look at that, Damsey losing 2 spots in 2 corners, and we're going to go right back down the field to Terminal Daity and Fallen Monkeys, who looks like Terminal Daity was not able to get the move done. He's conserving his battery, though. Looks like Fallen Monkeys is pushing a little bit harder, and I'm not sure. There you go. He's going to pop it into hot lap mode here. The deck pits, probably for new tires, right around lap 9 seems appropriate. Terminal Daity is going to look down the inside, get a little bit of grass, and because that's going to cost them. Did not pick the ideal line into that corner, and Fallen Monkeys was able to stay ahead. George JT getting ahead of Damsey again, so not looking great for Damsey right now. Those soft tires are approaching their grip limit. They're definitely getting very worn here, and it's costing him. He should have pit either under the safety car or at the very least a lap or 2 ago, because now he's going to be kind of a sitting duck, and even Fallen Monkeys is probably going to get close to him. Terminal Daity not giving up. He's still right over Fallen Monkeys, probably sweating in there, and he's under pressure. But it looks like Fallen Monkeys is just picking his moments very well on which corners to nail. But oh, look at that. Terminal Daity got loose around that corner. Good job catching that, because it looked like he was going to go right into that rear wheel. But obviously some driver skill there to make sure that they did not get together. And we do have some battles going on behind us. Oh, look at that. A little bit of contact. Got that just on the camera as RCR Steven got loose, and Jamer Mario tried to make a move on him. Damsey does finally pit, so he's going to lose a little bit of spots to that. But can catastrophe. Ooh, what's happening here? Did he get into the pit wall? I believe he did. I think he DNF'd into that pit wall. We got another safety car here, as his car is stranded on track, it seems like. And yeah, look at that. He got right into that pit wall. Not sure if there's contact with anyone else, but that's a dangerous location for a car to be parked. So I'm not questioning that safety car there. Good call from the virtual stewards, so that's for sure. Just sending a couple of league-related messages here. If you're tuning into ISRL Esports, thank you for tuning into the live stream. We have had, I wouldn't say the slowest race, but definitely an average speed through lap 10s. It is in the slower ones because second safety car here so far, virtual safety car in the middle. These guys, and we've only had 2 DNFs, so these guys, they're staying relatively clean, but it's still, oh, watch out. Catastrophic. I just saw him clipping that grass there. Now, the people this is going to hurt the most are Damsey and the deck. They both pitted off their soft tires the lap right before, and it's definitely come back to bite them because the safety car comes out a lap after you go. You just gave up all your track position. Everyone in front of you, yes, they're on older tires, but they're probably not going to be pitting for a while more, so they just got a free position off you, and you're gonna have to fight back to get it back, and you're gonna lose some time doing that. You're gonna lose some tire grip. Looks like Fallen Monkeys just got hit with a speeding under safety car penalty. Those can be easy to get if you're not careful. RCR Steven looking good in 4th place, but it does remain to be seen if he can conserve that 4th place, as he had a big collision at the start of that race. Definitely going to be under investigation from the stewards. Would not surprise me if at least what I saw on stream was accurate, if he gets hit with a very heavy penalty. If not worse, he did take out a lot of guys, and we saw about 8 people pit, and it looked like they got through clean until that collision. So we might very well be looking at disqualification here for RCR Steven. Remains to be seen. We will have to look at some driver replays and some stream replays just to see a little bit how it went down. If he was reacting obviously to a driver in front of him, and it was an unfortunate accident that resulted in a bad incident. He can't be penalized for that, but if it was driver error, we're looking at least some time penalties and maybe a qualifying ban for RCR Steven. But for now, he is in 4th place. That's the best he can do, is just to get that car as far up the grid as he can, so that if he does get a penalty for that turn 1 incident, then he's not catapulted all the way down the field. He can at least maybe regain some points. With these safety cars, it's looking like the field's going to be very bunched up, very close, and a 5-second penalty might very well cost you 2 out of 3 spots. We do have some cars pitting. Looks like Fallen Monkeys is pitting. I'm not sure why. Maybe getting another set of hards on, because he should have pitted last lap though. His hards are only about 10 laps old. He should sort of be able to last until the end of the race. We're gonna have I'm not right on board with him. See what kind of tire he's going with. He's going on to mediums. I'm not sure. I understand that strategy call from the Alfa Romeo team. He's costing himself some track position. Looks like he's going to be coming out in 11th, as the Jarrett is a little bit of a ways back. No, yes. Yeah, he's going to be coming out right in front of the chair. But I'm not sure I understand that strategy. No damage. No drive-through, obviously, because he was allowed to pit. But he's going on mediums. So the only thing I can think of is that he would be going on a medium soft strategy and try to beat everyone else on outright pace for the end of the race. But I'm not sure I understand, because you had hards that were very, very solid, still life-wise. Obviously, I can't see his tire stats, but yeah. Questionable calls so far on the strategy. We have seen some other drivers kind of call it worse, so I'm not going to give him too much flack for that. I'm sure he had his reasons. He is in 11th, so it's not like he's looking very bad, but he was in a podium spot. Yeah, remains to be seen how that pans out for him. We do have a few drivers. Let's see the fitted tire here. Let's see. Let's look at position changes. So it looks like the biggest gainer so far is Spoon, going up 11 spots, qualifying 13th. He's in 2nd now, and he's on a good strategy. He's got the hard tires on. He can last for quite a couple more laps. The deck on the mediums and George AT on the mediums as well behind him. They're going to have a little bit more pace than A Sharp, who's on. Actually, he just pitted. I missed that under safety car, but he just pitted for fresh hards, and Spoon's tires are 12 laps old. So Spoon is actually going to have to pit before any of the other drivers behind him. He's actually got the oldest tires on the field. But as the cars get going again, we're under green once more in Hungary. Do have a battle going on in the back, but that looks like it's I'm not going to try to say that name. Ikova getting past the AI car of Jer, who's going to get a penalty for not retiring before leaving the session. But not like it's going to matter. He's going to finish near the back of the grid anyways. Is there any close? Oh, yellow in Sector 2. Looks like that's Fallen Monkeys. Had a bit of a spin, maybe? Where is he? Yeah, there he is. Had a bit of a spin coming out of turn 4 on those fresh tires. And yeah, look at that. He pits, tries to get a new strategy going, and immediately loses his wing on those cold tires. He probably did not have a chance to warm them up. Very unfortunate for him. How to go from second to last very quickly. Killing for cash. Looks like he's had a spin as well. So a lot of cars here spinning on cold tires, and that's a theme we tend to see in, at least in online racing, after safety cars, is these guys are not warming up their tires enough. It looks like the game is glitching a little bit. He's actually, Damsey is on hard tires. We do have the tire telemetry open right now. So ignore those red walls on his car. He's going to look for the move, not go for it though. Thought better of it on George AT, who's defending hard. Yeah, it's catastrophic. Gets past Fluffinetta. Let's see if Fluffinetta's going to fight back. Doesn't look like it, but now he's under attack from Tommen. Tommen's going to go around the outside on turn 2. Fluffinetta's going to have to give way because Tommen's just roaring through there. Not lucky from Fluffinetta. Tommen gets a little bit loose. You see him snap into back into grip there. Coming around turn 4, turn 5, Fluffinetta goes a little bit deep. Gets close to Tommen, but looks like he's going to recover okay. Is he going to think of it into the hairpin? No, but he should. If I'm him, I'm setting that up for to pass him on that next straightaway. Actually number 69 and number 69 fighting each other right now. They're both rocking that same number. Good thing we don't have any one number rules here in ISRL, letting the drivers truly represent what they love. And I think I don't have to say what these guys find best. The deck getting close to Spoon here at the front of the grid. A-Sharp going away again. He's definitely had the most outright pace so far this weekend in Tier 3. And defending down the inside for Spoon. The deck's going to go around the outside. Look at that. Watch out. They're getting close. Deck around the outside of turn 1. Spoon's defending hard. We're going to see they're going to go side by side coming out of the exit. Come on, camera. Follow me. Good, good, good. The deck, however, gets the position. Spoon looks like he's a little bit too far to fight back that position. So for him, you're just going to have to watch out. You don't want to fight too much. Oh, look at that big moment from George AT in the back there. Whew. Surprised he caught that. There's now Damsey right on him. Be careful there. UK Coxie's behind him too. All the cars very bunched up, very close here after the second safety car. So a lot of good battles going on. All of them on rather fresh tires. We've got a big train of 4 cars here. We're going to keep an eye on these guys. This could give us some great racing, or it could get ugly very fast. All 4 vying for position, all stuck behind the racing point of George AT. Oh, big moment there from Damsey looking, yeah, look at that. He goes very wide on that corner. We saw his back end step out, loses a couple of positions, but Terminal Deity right in the mix again. He had a very good battle with Fallen Monkeys. Could not get by. Let's see if he's a little bit luckier this time around. As Damsey keeps losing positions. Ooh, my goodness. There's a big train of cars here trying to get past him. Fluffinetta goes around the outside. See if Damsey fights back. No, he's not going to. Do remember Damsey is on the hard tires. The game's just doing that glitch where they show us the wrong tire type. RCR Steven gets around Catastrophic, who's in the pit. Bad weekend from the Alphas so far. They started off good after quali, but very, very unlucky since then. George JT under fire yet again, so it's an all-out fight for George JT. Doesn't seem to get a break. First it was Damsey, now it's UK Coxie, and I feel like very shortly it might be Terminal Deity. Just not getting a break, not being able to breathe, nothing. Hard battle for him. Some great battles so far. Looks like all the drivers are staying relatively clean. We did have a couple incidents under our first safety car with some wing damage, but I haven't seen anything egregious after the turn one incident. Looks like everyone's on their best behavior. If I'm not wrong, is that a little bit of front wing damage I see? No, it's not. Okay. The Ferrari with the black end plate does kind of blend into that tire sometimes, and I wasn't sure if he had some damage there. Looks like he's okay. We're seeing a couple of gaps starting to form, but this is definitely the closest battle on track. Let's see. Yeah, UK Coxie is going to get DRS. He has more battery than a George GT, and he's on overtake mode. So it looks like it's not going to be too bad. We do have Killing for Cash spinning again as George GT is under fire. UK Coxie goes deep. George GT is going to fight back. Let's see what's happening here. Oh my goodness. We're not seeing either car. I think there might have been a little bit of contact here. Not sure why they keep giving us that camera angle after turn one. You can't even see on the exit of the corner. And we're not seeing this great battle going on. UK Coxie tried his best. Looks like he went deep, spun the tires on the exit, and lost all that work that he just put in. What you don't want now is you don't want to get frustrated. You don't want to push too hard, especially on a track like this where it's so easy to spin out and the walls are so close when you do. George AT goes deep through the chicane. That's going to give UK Coxie a great run up going into turn 11 and turn 12, and he's just going to have to stay close. Goes very deep there. Is actually under fire from Terminal Deity now. Terminal Deity getting close. Not close enough to make a move here, I think, as UK Coxie is going to get very close to that racing point. No, he's not going to be close enough to make a move. And let's see, into the next corner, we might get a good three-way battle down the main straight. Looks like UK Coxie did take a little bit of damage after that turn one getting loose that I saw. So that must be why it took them a while to appear on camera. Probably had to slow down a little bit just to avoid further contact. Does have DRS now, and he's under fire. Terminal Deity is going to go around the inside, and he's going to outbrake him to turn one. It's a lot of grass there. That's going to slow him down. He gets a 3-second penalty for good measure, and it looks like UK Coxie actually going to lose the spot to Tommen, who's going to get two in a single corner. Gets Terminal Deity into turn two, and look at that, right up into fifth for Tommen. Great work from him. Terminal Deity was a sitting duck there, got a little bit loose, and lost a lot of speed after turn one. And looks like Tommen very opportunistic from here as the deck, oh no, the deck spun coming out of turn four. It's very easy to do there. You get a little bit too much curb on the inside, and it's a turn that if you slow down, oh, we got a McLaren loose. That's Fluffinetta. Got on that chicane and lost some positions there. He's going to be very careful rejoining the track. Two spins in a single corner. Very unfortunate for these guys. They were in very good positions, but what that's done now is promoted Spoon and George JT, who's been under fire for fifth place for as long as I can remember. He's all the way up into third now in a very short span. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2, as I believe that's the deck going slow. He does have, looks like he has a lot of damage on his wing. Jamer Mario left the session. He did crash out a little bit earlier. Unfortunate for the deck. He was in a very, what's this going on here? Gerdman, Fluffinetta going side by side through the not penultimate corner, but turn 12 rather. They're going to be fighting, going down the back straight. Two of our tier 1 drivers here. Gerdman races here full-time. Fluffinetta filling in as a reserve. Fluffinetta going around the outside. Gerdman's going to defend the inside into turn 1. Gerdman, good braking. He's on the soft tires. Fluffinetta gets a way better exit. Pegs Gerdman a little bit on the exit. And now look at that side-by-side again. Fluffinetta with the inside line now. Gerdman going wheel-to-wheel. A little bit of contact, but that's good. Fluffinetta had the inside line. He's entitled to that space, and he gave him just enough. But Gerdman gets a much better exit into turn 4 side, but this is dangerous. Oh, Gerdman goes wide, but they're still fighting. This is incredible. Going through turn 5, Gerdman, he's going to take a step back here. I think he's going to recharge his battery, and going to that chicane. You don't want to fight here. It's too narrow. There's not enough room to overtake. Just stay right behind him, stay tight, and you're going to get your chance later. Recharge your ERS, which looks like both of them are doing. Great battle from these two so far for the last point position. We're going to wait and see if Gerdman can do anything. I'm just going to open these details up, see if Gerdman is on the soft tires. Great work from Fluffinetta, getting past Gerdman on hard tires that are a full 8 laps older than Gernman's, and I'm not sure if Gernman has damage or something, but it was not able to fight back here. Damsey gets past UK Coxey earlier up in the grid. Tomlin gets past George JT. We're going to stay on these guys here, see if maybe they can give us another battle. Don't think that's going to be the case with Gernman. UK Coxey going to the pits. Gernman, he's going to be in that split stream. He's got the DRS open, but no way he's close enough to do anything into this turn. Wow, great battle so far. George GT looks like he's losing more positions. He went from third all the way. All of a sudden, he's back into fifth. So Terminal Deity, who had trouble getting past Fallen Monkeys, looks like he had no trouble getting past George GT. Very, very good scrap so far between a lot of the drivers this race. Going to that chicane here, let's hop back down to, let's see, Mudduck. And no, he's just fighting the AI, it seems. Not a battle worth watching for now. Going to keep our eye on Fluffernutter Y-Tube and Gernman. Probably the best battle on track so far that I've seen today. These guys racing very clean, as hard as they can without crossing the line to dirty earlier in this race about a lap and a half ago. It's gonna be very interesting to see what they can do into this. Gernman's getting very close behind Fluffernutter. Goes a little bit wide, gets that curve. Looks like it's not going to cost him too much time. Gernman thinking about it, not going to do it. But he's recharging his ERS now so that he can attack on that back straight. Going through turn 12 right now, or turn 13 right now. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's turn 13. It's 14 turn track. I'm not sure about my corners. It's okay. Oh, Gernman gets a little moment coming out of that penultimate corner, and or the ultimate. I'm speaking is hard. Let's focus on the battle. Gernman, oh, he's going to dive down the inside. Great move from Gernman. Oh, last second. He just baits the outside. Fluffernutter goes to rejoin the racing line. Gernman just sends it right down the inside. That was an incredible move from Gernman right here. Gets the 9th spot as those two, they were battling for 10th. Looks like somebody promoted them both into the point positions, and now Gernman, he's on the run. I don't think Fluffernutter is going to be able to catch up now on those older, harder tires, but Gernman's going to have to pit. Fluffernutter is probably going to have to pit. Watch that curb, buddy. Watch that curb. And hopefully this brings the two of them together later on in this race. Gernman gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Fluffernutter, he needs to recharge his ERS because there's no point in fighting if you're going to be at 0% because your opponent has a little bit more than you. So great battle between these two. I don't think Fluffernutter has anything left in the tank to fight back though. Wow. That was an incredible move from Gernman. Baited the outside move, flipped it right to the inside at the very last minute and got through clean. Timed the braking just right. My God, that's driving. That's absolutely wonderful driving. UK Coxey now, he's close to catastrophic. He's going to be trying his absolute best to fight him, get back close to the points. He was up there earlier, dropped back down there after a pit stop. But wow, very easy pass as Catastrophic gets loose on the exit. Basically just hands over the position, says, here you go. Enjoy your 11th place. Fluffernutter getting close to Gernman, it seems. Looks like he's still fighting. Wow, Fluffernutter has incredible pace on those hard tires. Or Gernman's setup is just not suited. Ooh, who's that? Is that Catastrophic? Yes, it is. Catastrophic spun in turn 1. I'm not sure if there's contact between him and Coxey there. But unfortunate for him, he's got some work left to do. We got a Renault. Is that Terminal Deity? No, that's Spoon. Spoon had a spin coming out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn 11. Coming out turn 11. There you go. I had to count them. But it's hard when you don't have a track map in front of you. But yeah, I had a little bit of a spoon coming. Spoon had a spin. There you go. Say that 3 times fast. Spoon had a spin coming out of turn 11, and looks like that's cost him 2nd place. He was able to recover. Doesn't look like cooked his tires. He's right back on track, and hasn't lost too much time to Tomlin. But basically, that's any chance of catching A-Sharp gone. He's got a 20-second gap. Look at how far he is on track right now. Excellent driving for him, staying clean all day. Qualified first. Looks like he might very well make a case. Oh, we got an incident here. What's happening here? Is it? Oh my God! Looks like they got together. Both Gernman and Fluffernutter. Looks like they kept fighting. I'm kind of sad I missed that. That must have been a good battle. They kept fighting right through turn 1, and I think they got together on the exit. Gernman with some damage. Fluffernutter, ooh, spinning the tires. He's angry. Fluffernutter, See if he's got anything. Yeah, he's got some damage as well. So both cars coming off for the worst here. Very unfortunate. They were giving us very, very good clean fighting. Looks like they both towed that line just a little bit too far. Terminal Deity under fire from Damsey now, as Damsey's getting close in the Toro Rosso. That Renault, he's saving his ERS. He's got a lot though. Looks like that's not going to be an issue for him into the main straight. He's going to be able to defend plenty. Damsey, you got 100%. You should be on hot lap right now. There's no point in saving battery when you cannot save anymore. Great race so far. Ooh, look at that. Damsey going down the inside. I was taking a drink of my water bottle here. Sorry for missing that move there. Damsey sends it right down the inside. Very nice move. Very easy. Terminal Deity did not put up much of a fight. Rather stay clean and keep the position than risk losing it all, like we've seen Fluffinetta and Gernman do. They're both in the pits now. What this does, though, Gernman, he gets to go on medium tires right until the end. We're going to have to see which tire Fluffinetta goes on. Not sure if he still has his medium tires available to him. He's gonna put another set of hards on, so that might be the hards that he qualified on. Those do look kind of used. Muddock is the happy beneficiary of 2 spots here. Spoon already getting close to Tommen here after his unfortunate spin earlier in the race, and let's hop in track. Fluffinetta tunes in. He says rain coming. So looks, yeah, the skies are darkening. Looks like we've seen some drops here. Looks like this dynamic weather might actually mix things up. We're gonna have to see when people pit. Let's hop on board, see if we can. Yeah, look at that. We do see some raindrops. So right at the end of the race, we're gonna get a very interesting finish. We're gonna have to wait and see who can maybe edge out those slick tires. Thank you, Fluff, for stopping in our chat, telling us. This Carter goes, this man putting in a comment while racing. Yes, he was in the pits and said, you know what, I'm in the pits, they're changing my wing, I don't have anything to do, let's pull out my phone, let's let everyone know that there's a weather change coming. It looks like the rain's actually coming quite fast, so that's gonna shake everything up. Gernman and Fluffinetta, looks like they're getting in. Oh my goodness, more contact. Neither of them are giving each other up an inch. Fallen Monkeys, he's going to have great view of the action. Let's ride on board with him, as actually he sends it just a little bit too deep. Both of those guys just pitted. Very interesting. Looks like Fallen Monkeys is going to pit for intermediates. I got to say, I think that's a little too late, but that's a very good strategy call for Fallen Monkeys in this case, because he's all the way at the back. He's in 15th. He's not losing anything putting those intermediate tires on. And he's actually, if the rain does start falling quick, and if it does start falling hard, I am seeing clear spots in the skies here. He's going to have much better grip before anyone else, and it's not like he's going to lose any points doing so, because he's already out of the points as it is. So a lot to gain, and not a lot to lose for Fallen Monkeys. Carter says should have stayed out one more lap. I agree, Carter. He definitely should have stayed out one more lap for that. But if it starts raining really, really hard this lap, he might have been a stroke of genius here. Because on a slick track, it's very, very, very easy to completely lose it. But now that Fluffinetta actually told us, hey, there's rain coming, that makes me question why he put on hards. Gernman put on softs, and he's just pulling away. That's not a problem for him. Muddock getting close to the deck, but he should have put on softs, made him last maybe 3 to 4 laps. We do have, and yeah, look at that, no grip on those cold hard tires. And he overcooks it coming out of a very fast, very slick corner. That corner is hard enough with soft tires on a dry track. Imagine on cold hard tires on a wet track. So let's see. Let's tune to Fallen Monkeys here. Is he struggling? He is about to get. I think that's the deck coming up behind him. Yeah, he's struggling for pace. I definitely would have waited longer. It's looking like it might not even rain that heavy at all. So, good gamble. Looks like it hasn't paid off for him. Unfortunate, but Gernman getting more penalties as he keeps attacking up the field. Those soft tires are making things very easy for him. Completely fresh soft tires on that Williams. And it is, look at that, it is getting very slippery out there. You can see how all these guys on the older, harder compounds they're going very slow through those turns. Gernman on the softs, he's able to attack. Already made up 2-3 positions since he pitted for those tires, so he's almost right back to where he started. Yeah, not much more to say about that than good call. Carter says softs are usually better in the lightest terrain. No, you are right. That is what I'm trying to say. Those tires, they're gonna have more grip, but it's mostly that they're gonna be very, very easy to warm up. We did see that at Germany 2019, where a couple of cars went out on the softs. Red Bull sent Verstappen out on the mediums. We got a good battle going on here for 11th between the deck and Gernman, but Gernman just has way more grip, way more braking power, and he just gets that move done very easy. So yeah, so the softs are a lot easier to warm up. So in rainy conditions like this on a slick track, it becomes more of a question of how quickly you can get your tires to temperature, and obviously the rain cools down the track very, very quickly. So you want to be on a tire that lets you warm it up as quick as possible. And yeah, like I was saying with Verstappen in Germany, Red Bull put him on mediums, was not able to get his tires up to temperature on time, and actually ended up spinning the car. Luckily, there is no issues there. He was able to keep carrying on. I do believe he won the race. And but yeah, that's what Gernman's doing right now. He gets a little loose, but he's on the soft tires, and he's just leaving everyone in his dust. Big gap, though, between... we do have a... ooh, that's a darker car in... is that Fallen Monkeys? Yeah, that's Fallen Monkeys. So yeah, it's way too early for the intermediates. We might not even need intermediates. If I'm looking at the weather right now, it's raining, but it's not raining enough. What's happened here? We do have... Is that Gernman? Gernman did spin. Yeah, look at that. Gernman spinning coming out of turn 13. And woof. Just as I was talking about those softs having so much grip, looks like maybe not enough grip for Gernman, and he overcooked his tires trying to spin the car, and look, he goes around again. Don't do that. You're gonna just he loses a spot to fluffing it out, loses it for killing for cash. Gernman goes from 11th to 15th just like that, as UK Coxie takes a little trip through the grass. Looking at how a lot of these drivers are racing, George GT lost a lot of spots here. I think he has some wing damage. I think he overcooked it as well. That's what I was going up to see before I noticed Gernman had a spin. I almost dropped my controller. And looks like he had a spin too. Gernman spins it again in turn 1. Those soft tires are probably done here, as I believe Muddick just spun through turn 5. A lot of chaos here. This rain has shaken everything up. George JT, UK Coxie, I think they're both going to be pitting for intermediates at this point. George JT seems like he's going to have to pit regardless due to the rain. Gernman, it goes from bad to worse. He's sideways again. That's 4 spins in a single lap. Shades of the Williams of Chris Can in yesterday's Tier 2 race. He had a similar streak of unluckiness. Fallen Monkeys, he's so far off pace off those intermediates. So I'm really, though these guys are coming out on the intermediates now, this might be a good call. Fallen Monkeys has probably cooked his so bad by now that they're not really worth anything. But I think we're getting close. You know what? I don't know. Usually the layover point is when the DRS gets canceled. That's when you want to... what tire is Sharp on? I believe he's still on the hards. Gernman spins again. I'm trying not to laugh, but like... I really wish I could see his tire data right now, because they're probably so hot. Sharp is still on his hards that he pitted for under safety car. I'm trying not to laugh. Look at all these guys. Look, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. They're all pitting for intermediates right now. It looks like the crossover point is right now, according to all of these drivers. I was just talking about how the crossover point tends to be when DRS gets disabled. And if you want to gamble, sometimes you can pit just a little bit right before, you know. Looks like there's a penalty here for Damsey that he's going to serve. That's good to serve it now, though, because then you don't have to serve it at the end of the race. Yeah. And looks like it's a gamble some drivers are taking. They're betting on it raining a little bit harder, a little bit longer till the end of the race. We don't have Jeff to tell us if that's a good idea or not, but I'm not sure about the intermediate tires right now. The sky's looking very clear. It's looking like if you can just inch your way around the track, you should be good. That's what Sharp's doing right now. He's not looking like he has any trouble with it. He's not pitting. And yeah, he's staying out. Lap 31 out of 35. He's on the hard tires, and he's staying out. And a lot of the guys that were right behind him did pit. And we do have, who's that right there? Is that, yes, that is Gerdman. Actually, look at that, right behind him. There's a racing point of George JT spinning. This is quite the interesting race. Looks like it's honestly, it's looking like the rain is just hard enough that it's making everyone miserable on the soft compound tires, or sorry, the slick tires, and it looks like it's not hard enough that you can comfortably ride the intermediates. This Fallen Monkeys DNF there probably had enough of that pace. Austin has it in the bag, says Ass Tunic. Don't jinx him, says Carter. We'll have to wait and see. Spin can ruin everything, and it's very easy to overcook it on a greasy track like this, especially that it's already a tough track to George AT, big DNF there coming out of turn, let's start right on board with Jer here, coming out of turn 5. So unfortunate for George AT. I think he spun it here, and pulled over after, and probably took some damage and knew that it was game over for him. Gernman, after having such a good battle with Fluffinetto Wide-Tube, completely threw his race in the garbage, closed the lid, gave it to the garbage man, and said, here you go, I don't want this anymore. He's all the way down, he's below the running car of, the DNF car, sorry, of George JT. Last of the running cars, if I'm calculating this right, about 2 laps down probably. Let's look at the gap to leader. Yeah, 2 laps down. Everyone looks to be on the lead lap up to Catastrophic. Shows you how much of a lead A Sharp has. He's just passing everyone out here. Definitely in a class of his own today. But like I said, that rain can change everything very quickly. Who's he chasing down here? Looks like actually he's chasing down Catastrophic, who's in 6th place. And if this keeps up, if the top 4 after this have to pit, he may very well just lap the entire grid. And at that point, that's when you say, okay, you know what? You're going into tier 1, even if we don't have a seat for you, we'll just make room. Very quick pace for him so far today. Looks like this rain, unfortunately, though, I was really hoping to see a lot of guys on the inters, maybe some heavy rainfall. Looks like it's basically neutralized this race, as no battles happening on track right now. The closest 2 cars I see right now are Spoon in the Renault and Fluffinetta in the McLaren. It's basically neutralized the race. I don't think the order is going to change too much. Carter is asking how old the tires are. Let me tell you. They're 22 laps old, and so is the top 3, to be fair. So his tires aren't any that much older than the other guys. They did all pit under safety car. I believe the second safety car that we've had around lap 11 or so. Big battle there going on between Spoon and UK Coxie, and UK Coxie on the intermediates, forcing Spoon off the circuit. Oh, that's not being nice at all. Spoon's tires very new, but look, he's got some wing damage now. UK Coxie not making any friends out there on the intermediates, but it's looking like the intermediates might be the tire to go with right now, because that's Kelly for Cash DNFs here very late in the session. Very unfortunate for him. But it looks like the intermediates are picking up their pace finally, and it might just be the crossover point. DRS has not been disabled yet, as Catastrophic passes Damsey in the Toro Rosso. Or is it? Because look at that, Catastrophic now has more pace than Damsey on the hards, and it's looking like, yeah, we're going to be stuck right at that crossover point where neither tire is good, and they're both terrible right up until the end of the race. It doesn't look like anyone's getting an advantage on either compound, as UK Coxie, he's still going to fight. Oh, we got a big spin here from Muddock. Very unfortunate for him. Drops out of the points so late into the race, and he's going to have to pit for a wing probably. He's just going to soldier on. Yeah, you're out of the points. I would pit for a wing, and that's what he's doing. You never know if someone's going to DNF, and at that point you want to make sure that you have everything spinning in the pit lane, just to add insult to injury. Unfortunate for him. But yeah, we've had some good battles so far. Gernman getting a lucky promotion to 14th. He very well could have finished 18th, as spins it, decides to do a little victory burnout there. Bad, unlucky race for Gerdman so far. There's no other way to put it. He's just a weekend to forget for that Williams. Jarrett on the old tires, but he's the AI car. So 12 running cars, 13 running cars if we count Gerdman here. At the end of this eventful Hungarian Grand Prix, we've had some great battles, some great moves, an excellent battle between Fluffinetta and Gerdman that unfortunately resulted in both of them sending it right into the fence. I don't think either driver is going to be too mad about that one though, because it's one of those battles that it was so good while it was happening that you don't really feel too bad about it ending the way it did. Great driving from both of those drivers, but the man who drove the best this weekend, this guy on screen right here, A Sharp 5082, picking up his first Tier 3 ISRL win in this season. He did have a podium last week, second place for him. Carter's lucky promotion into a spin. Very unfortunate for Gerdman. But it's eventful race so far. And Sharp coming out on top, coming out clean. Probably the only driver to not pick up. Oh, almost loses the rear end there. Only driver to not really pick up any damage so far today. And he's going to be crossing that line a full minute ahead of the guy behind him. Amazing race from the Mercedes driver. Don't expect him to see him in that Mercedes too long, as look at that. Only the podium finishers have not been lapped by him. The rain did play a part in that. I feel like a lot more drivers would be on the lead lap if it hadn't been for this very slippery track surface. As he takes his checkered flag. A great win from A Sharp here. Great driving so far. Exemplary race for the Mercedes crew. As Terminal Deity is going to be finishing second. Look at that. He's about half a track back. And same with Steven. They're going to be taking their time all over the line, that's for sure. And they're going to be, I think, the last ones to finish, if I'm being honest, because I don't see anyone else in between them and the leader. Great race. Thank you guys for tuning into this Tier 3 Grand Prix. Do not go anywhere. In just over 30 minutes, we are going to have our Tier 1 race. Same track, dynamic weather as well. We might get some shakeup in the rain. We will be live again at 4, and Tier 1 is going to be fighting for the 4th race of this championship. Sweet Crown, he's in the lead right now of Tier 1. Big advantage, but Mr. Cool X, Jamie, and more are all looking to nudge away at that lead, maybe even beat him outright. We might see Sweet Crown off the podium for the first time in a long time tonight, so don't go too far. We will be back online in a bit over 30 minutes time for the Tier 1 race, which will be definitely starting on time because a lot of our drivers have Super Bowl parties to go to after, and I know that they're going to want to enjoy the traditional American festivities. So Astunic says, bro, Austin needs my seat. Astunic, if you are serious about that, please send me a message on Discord so that we can arrange that, because we are looking for a seat for him in Tier 1. So obviously we don't want to ask any drivers who've earned their seat to leave kindly unless they really deserve it due to poor driving. But if there's any volunteers, I'm not gonna say no to that. And thank you guys for tuning in. Here's your final standings here, as a lot of DNFs here at the back of the grid. 14 cars finishing, only 3 of them on the lead lap thanks to some rain. But it was a great race overall. We had a lot of good battles, a lot of good overtakes, and a lot of crashes. Exciting race. So I'm ISRL Knight. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Hungarian Grand Prix, round 2 of Tier 3. Stay tuned in next week, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. time of England GMT for round 3. I believe the drivers are attacking Australia next week. As Tier 1 and Tier 2 are actually in Monaco. So don't go too far, guys. We are going to be back online in 30 minutes. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and have a great day.